Good day, ladies and gents. I'm EMILIO Colon Sr. and joining me today on the EC show, once again, we got my man over here, David Pinto. We got EJ, my boy right there, and then obviously we got the face of the franchise, the whole EC collection, the merch, everything. Enasia Colon is joining us from Arizona here on spring break. Ine, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm a little sick, coming back, but I'm getting better.
You got cooties? You got cooties?
No, I just think I just common cold, but other than that, I'm doing really good. I'm glad to be home for spring break.
I have to give myself a round of applause because I made a beautiful child in Enasia. Like, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I also, Mommy played a part. She carried you. She was part of the cocoon situation, and, you were a caterpillar. Now you're a beautiful butterfly. It's amazing to see you, Enasia. Absolutely. If you could just stop spending money on my credit card, other than that, everything else is okay.
She's the favorite.
Like, seriously, honestly. EJ, what's up? What's going on?
Nothing.
Heard you had a little episode. I heard you met the Mets owner.
Yeah.
And how did that go?
Oh, thank you. So basically, we met the Mets owner. It was all good, but, I had one problem with you. And you know the problem I had with you. The problem I had is this guy embarrassed me in front of the Mets owner. In front of the Mets owner's wife, mind you. You embarrassed me in front of her. First of all, we give her a hat of our merch because that's what we do. We give
Thank you, Thea Alex. We appreciate that, by the way. Thank you. If you didn't see it, we'll have it up on Instagram too.
And then, before I get to tell her about our business and what we do and why we do it, he's like, "Oh, EJ's so nervous."
You were.
You didn't even let me open my mouth to speak to her.
You clammed up.
Yo, she stopped talking. You were like, "Oh yeah, he's nervous." Yo, you didn't even let me speak out to talk.
So Dave is actually sitting next to us today. He's sitting next to me today because Dave got roasted the last time on the last episode.
I refuse to sit by myself on a couch in the center of a couch any further. Podcast, YouTube, whatever we do.
What was being said? Tell them.
They said I was on the casting couch. It wasn't one, it was multiple people. So I refused.
That's wrong, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I mean, come on, that's wrong. Ina's going to be sitting on that couch by herself soon.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be sitting on a casting couch.
Yeah, she's not going to get... But listen, all of the merch, you guys look great. Enasia's wearing the brand new pink joint. EJ's wearing the brand new royal blue joint. He has on the black and gold hat. I have on something that is extremely exclusive. This is the Respect the Drip. This is our Canadian edition. This is basically international. This will not be available in the United States. This is directly to Drip Toronto. All the people up there, they're doing an amazing job. Shout out to everybody. Joey, Bella Ritchie, Nat, all of them up there, Drip Force, all of them up there doing an amazing job. This will be exclusively in Toronto and in Asia. EJ, you should be very proud because it's crazy that we've gone from being this little niche community thing that we did just for people wearing our stuff to the next thing you know, you're actually being sold in Canada really, really, really soon.
It's really cool.
That's really cool. Give yourself a round of applause. Just a little bit. Also, shout out to Jamil. Jamil's back there. He's shooting us as well. He's putting on all these... Yeah, if you guys could see what we're looking at right now. There's 2 mics, 2 lights, 2 cameras. Jamil has a camera in his hand. There's a whole heap of wires going through everything. I'm pretty sure that... Thank God we have extension cords that have power surges in them. Because if somebody came in here, they'd probably be like, this might be a fire hazard. There's so much shit plugged into so many different places. I don't even know what to say. Like, seriously. Like, if you're looking at how many, I see like...
not that many.
Like 22 at least.
But this is 6. This is your basic startup.
It's just a big
this
long
is like
they wrap
serious
around
stuff.
each other, you know? They wrap around each other.
Yeah.
Twines.
So have you been enjoying your spring break?
I have.
Fuck no, she hasn't. We haven't trained out one day.
I have because I get to relax and plus I'm sick.
Yeah, that's why she's having fun.
Because literally I go back and I'm just doing the same thing I do all the time, just train. So it's nice to have at least like a break, even though I'm sick, which is not really the best.
So on spring break, you're kind of under the weather.
Yeah, I am. I am under the weather.
Right, you better off being under the weather than being in my hands training, right?
Yes.
D, what about you? You went to Disney, I saw.
Yes, I did. I go to Disney all the time. I have 2 little kids. We have the annual pass, so we go as much as we can. We usually go and come back the same day. This weekend we were able, as annual pass holders, we got advanced tickets or whatever reservation to go ride the new Tron coaster.
How was it?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was good. It was actually our first time riding also the Guardians one, which has been out for a year now, but we couldn't go a year ago when that came out.
What was better? Which one?
I liked Guardians.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because I'm a little biased because of the whole Marvel theme, but I think it was a lot cooler. It was a way cooler ride. Tron's cool. It's fast. I just don't like you're on a motorcycle and it clamps you down and it's kind of weird and uncomfortable.
I have been the biggest advocate for that little rat. That's what I call Mickey. Mickey's a little rat. That's what I call him. He is so expensive, yo. Mickey Mouse, Disney, anything with
everything's expensive.
Everything is expensive. They'll literally charge you like $18 for a soda, a turkey. Dude, where do they get those turkey legs from? Where? Those turkey legs are like this big. Like they're like Viking turkey legs. Seriously, they can feed a whole family, and you'll see one individual person just holding on to this turkey leg, biting on this turkey leg
the whole time.
Yeah, but it is expensive. Every year we debate whether we're gonna keep it because now you can't just if you don't have the annual pass, you can't just go get it. You can't purchase it. You have to already have it to be able to renew it, and if you don't renew it, you lose it, and who knows when you'll be able to get another one. Because Disney, I think, was losing money with the annual pass. And
yeah, because a certain amount of time.
Yeah, because if we go at least 3 or 4 times a year, we made our money.
Yeah,
from the annual pass, and we were debating back in February when we went if we were going to get rid of it because we have to renew it, and we decided to renew it because it was way cheaper to pay $200 a month for the 4 of us than to decide to just go because one person is $170 for Magic Kingdom.
It's expensive.
That's ridiculous.
That's nuts.
I remember being a kid and it was I don't even think $50.
No, of course not. They figured out a way to. They figured out a way to take every ounce of your dollars, cash, credit card, debit card.
Yeah, and then you go in there. The food, the only place you can eat is in there, so you got to spend money on their food, which is pricey. And then if you go with kids, kids want to buy toys and. I had cut it off. I told my kids, I was like, no, we're not getting anything. You come here so much. I'm not
smart man. You see that?
Yeah, you guys go pretty often.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
I gotta get like them though. Honestly, I gotta be honest with you. We gotta step our game up because in all actuality, if you go to Disney, they take every method of payment. They'll take your child if you need to pay. Literally, they'll hold your child hostage. Oh no, don't worry about it. Go ahead, go get your money, and then we'll hold this little kid right here, and you can come pay us later. We need to step it up. We need to be able to take every form of payment whatsoever.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, everything. I don't care. I want to be the same exact way. You want to leave me? What is it called? Afterpay? You want to do the afterpay stuff where you can buy it right now and you can pay that? No problem.
Hey, I've done that a couple times.
Really?
It's actually pretty neat. Yeah. You pay that. Actually, the bag that I brought into with all my shit, I didn't feel like paying for it. It said you could pay $20 for the next 3 months. I was like, all right.
Sold.
$20 every month. It's not an expensive bag, but I was like, why not?
Right.
And what is it? A firm? They have a firm.
Yeah, firm. Yeah, firm is another finance company or whatever it may be.
And I did one too. I bought a gun safe, a small one, just for behind my bed or something. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? $20.
You know what's the biggest thing that I have as a individual is when I'm literally trying to purchase something. If I go to purchase that thing and it kicks me out for some reason, maybe the address was put in wrong or whatever, or I second guess myself. Because then I'm like, is this God giving me a sign that I don't need to buy this right now? Seriously? Is this God telling me, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. Because there's been times, don't lie, I'll buy something and then the next thing you know, a week later, something comes along and it's like, fuck.
Good thing you didn't buy it.
No, it'd be why did I buy it? You know what I'm saying? It's I just spent this amount of money and this shit ends up going wrong. I could have used that money to fix this shit.
No, I do that shit all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah. I always debate whether I should get it or not. And I'm like, do I really need it? And is it just me wanting it or is it a necessity? And
you know who doesn't have buyer's remorse? Enasia.
Yeah. Anyways, next.
No, we're gonna stay right here. You have no buyer's remorse whatsoever. My credit card screams at night. You swipe the hell out that thing, yo.
Whoops. Oh yeah.
Anyway, so.
Whoops.
$30.
Alright, so we play pickleball.
Oh yeah,
I smacked
after
Joe.
last
I was
EJ and I
cooking.
played pickleball.
I was he thinks he's better than me. I was cooking.
Unfortunately, Joe is not here to defend himself today, so we will only speak partially on Joe's behalf. We kicked their ass. It was ugly.
I carried.
I never played pickleball in my life. And I am probably the greatest pickleball player of all time. Hands down. Without question.
My serving is elite.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of serving. It's not like a tennis.
After you play like the first round and you got the little thing going, whatever, this, that, and third, we were busting their ass. Like, it was crazy.
How you used to play baseball? I would whiff it so hard the ball. I hit Joe with it once. That's that.
Oh my god.
People started calling me out, and I'm thinking about just, doing the one and done thing, like, just play one game, win, retire, be in the Hall of Fame.
I kind of have to go back.
Speaking of one and done. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off in this glory. But there was one time, a long time ago, I was at the fields, and this man thought he could beat me in a race. And
I won!
So,
no, you didn't!
You didn't! So we're at the field,
You're
right?
big as Jesus.
So we're at the field, right? He said, we're ready. It's like not that far. I don't know how many yards.
Maybe like 30.
And then he's like, ready, set, go! And I slip. And then he still goes. So I stopped thinking, I slipped, so we're going to start over. Nah, he just booked it, kept going, and then he literally won the race. And ever since then, he said he beat me in a race.
He won.
When we know.
Mom's probably faster than you.
We know.
So for all the dads out there, this is how you always beat your children in races that you cannot win.
Take notes.
Okay? Take notes. Taking notes? Jamil, eventually when you have children, you taking notes? You always tell them, we are going to go on my go. When I say go, we go.
Even if he said on his go,
Okay,
I
so
still
you
would
ready?
have won.
So when we're lining up, and I know that she's going to kick my ass, we're not going like that. So I literally stepped. She took off and slipped. When she gathered herself, I said go, and I took off and I won. That's the rule.
That's cheating.
That's not cheating.
See, he thinks he's good, but he's not. Like pickleball.
No, I'm savvy. I'm savvy. I'm savvy. Don't get mad because I'm savvy. I said, and you agreed. I said on my go. You said yes. I stepped. I didn't say go. You busted your ass. You tried to get up, and I took off and said go. That's a win. Is that on a win? Yes or no?
It's a win.
It's a win.
It's a win.
Dad, I want to say something real quick. Remember the Super Bowl bet and I had to do 10 push-ups? Since you think you are good at pickleball, I want to play you in a pickleball game. Loser, 10 push-ups.
First
Don't
off,
decline.
I'm not declining, but first off, your push-ups were very suspect.
Okay.
Because I think I recounted.
That doesn't
I think
matter.
you only did 8.
Yeah, it was only 8.
It does not matter. It does not matter.
It was 7 because I looked up each time I did one and he was still on the ground. I was like,
so you only did like 7 or 8 on top of that. They were girl push-ups.
Okay, I had a bad foot.
Can you do one regular push-up?
Yes, if I have a good foot, yes.
I don't think so.
Don't change the subject. Me, you, pickleball, loser, 10 push-ups.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I might be retired. I was just
retire my butt. I need to see you on that court. Me versus you.
I was just so good. I don't want to ruin it. Like they actually.
He's lying. That's how you know you're like.
They wrote my name on the court.
Joe wrote it because you beat him once.
No, they wrote my name because I'm great. Like what the?
Oh
like,
my god!
Like that actually.
Dad, I was out here doing Nick Kyrgios type stuff, and you were just out here hitting it.
It actually happened. It's a real thing. They wrote my name on the Cypress Head
You
court.
gotta retire when you're on top.
Yeah, especially when you're my age.
You gotta defend your title though.
No,
that's bullshit.
When you're apparently since he's number 1 and I'm number 2, I gotta go for the title. And you can't just retire right now because then I go number 1.
No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. You take your win.
Listen, next time Ron comes in, ask him about bowling at his daughter's birthday.
Okay, what happened?
I beat the shit out of him.
There you go.
And he's on a fucking league.
Yeah.
You think if he calls me out again, I'm gonna play? No,
fuck
I'm
that.
gonna retire
See?
at top, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. See, he understands. You see, that's knowledge.
Sorry,
You do that in FIFA. You beat me once and you're like, nah, I don't want to play that.
I do that.
Because I beat you like 8 times.
I played We Are the Champions as loud as I could on my Apple Music outside. I was walking around. We Are the Champions. Like
G-Bell was like this.
it was amazing.
I beat G Bell in on 1v1.
It was amazing. It was a good time. It was. I mean, now I'm getting called out. People are like, oh, you should come through. You should come through. I'm like,
Yeah, come through,
I
Dad.
got some shit to do. Like my schedule's extremely packed. Even
He's
if
a
it's
liar.
not,
I gotta
like,
go home.
I gotta go home and
You could just drop me off there. I'll whoop and then be like, Dad, come pick me up.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. EJ, go ahead. We appreciate you. Go shoot some B-roll. Thank you so much. Thank you. Enasia, you're only here until Friday, unfortunately,
Yes.
and you go back to Arizona.
Mhm.
Your spring season was canceled.
Right.
Not enough able-bodied players to play.
hmm
Trust me, I was frustrated as hell. I was extremely
Yeah, we
upset,
all were.
but it is what it is. So
Not enough on your team or
Yeah, like
in general?
just due to like the seniors and the graduates like graduating, and then also just like injury, we don't really have like a full like team
Oh wow,
that's like
crappy.
healthy. I would say.
That's crappy.
Yeah. But no, there's like little things that we're doing. We did a like 77 tournament against like local colleges. That was pretty fun, you know, just to like put on the jersey again, and, like chin guards and like play with like against other people, because practicing is only so much. But in the works of our coaches in the works of setting up a game this month
Okay.
against I think GCU or NAU, so that's exciting. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
now you have to specify. People don't know who the hell GCU is, and they don't know who NAU is neither. So you have to say who they are, Enasia.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well,
Well, yeah, I don't know,
GCU
yeah,
and
just not in my head,
NAU
like, I know.
is colleges in Arizona. NAU is Northern Arizona University, I think, and then GCU is
Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon University.
Okay.
So that's gonna be pretty cool. They're pretty local. It's like
So I have to let you know because I'm seeing this footage secondhand. Because shout out to Logan. Logan Yurts. He shoots for us out in Arizona. Logan ends up shooting for Arizona Deportiva, and Rafa out there and the boys. And shout out to them. Shout out to Vicky as well. I see this footage secondhand, right? So Logan's shooting, whatever, this, that, and third. And Enasia scores 2 goals, everything is beautiful. But there's this one play where Enasia doesn't track back and she doesn't defend and the other team scores and they win 1-0. I fucking flipped. I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, I went nuts.
I personally think it wasn't okay. Yes, I was the last defender or last person. The person in front of me missed the ball. Me thinking, okay, she got this, so I'm going forward. My momentum's going forward. She misses it. It goes through, and the girl scores. Obviously, yes, you could say it's my fault, but I wasn't in that like vicinity. But yes, we did lose. And if you want to blame it on me, you can, I guess.
I fucking go apeshit, dude. I go fucking ballistic. Like, people don't have no fucking clue how I literally, that bothers me. Like, that really, really, really bothers me. Like, to the next level. Like, to the point where I worry about my neighbors because I'm like I'm going apeshit sometimes. Like, you have no idea. Like, there's videos of me going nuts when Enasia doesn't do what I know she's fully capable of doing. Like, you're my DNA is in you and your brother. I know fully. You don't even have to tell me. I know when you're sick. I know when you're okay. I know when you're lying. I know when you're telling the truth. It's a connection. You just have it. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. We didn't get a chance to talk about the animal, right? She didn't see it though.
Mm-mm.
But you don't worry
I
about
didn't see it
She
because-
spoiled the fuck out of it for her.
I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone.
No, I don't.
I wouldn't even spoil it on the podcast
Why?
because I don't like spoiling it.
It's a fucking
I
years
don't-
ago
I don't
already.
like it. And listen, there's people that ask me about movies that came out in the 90s and they haven't seen it and they're asking me about it. I'm like, I'm not gonna spoil
You're
it.
fucking stupid. You're crazy.
Because I want people to have the that emotion to the film. I'm a big moviegoer, so like me, like there's films like I don't know what movie can I think of right
Okay, can we talk about Black Panther? Because I wasn't here and I still watched it in Arizona, and I know everyone in here.
now? You watched it in Arizona?
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you watch it in the movie theaters?
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
We can talk about Black Panther.
Yeah,
We-
okay.
We hinted a
There you
little
go.
bit about it last time, but not
Okay.
much.
Okay.
But before we get into Black Panther, explain what we talked about last time, and Enasia can elaborate on it. We could talk about how Enasia's generation is now interested in watching the movies that we grew up watching because the movies that they're fucking watching right now is getting too fucking boring.
Oh, you can also say that with the music as well. Oh, that's just me personally, but like the music that we listen to now, I feel like is, I don't really want to say it doesn't have like meaning to it because that's not true. It depends on the song, but like it just sounds differently than it was when it was back then in like your guys' generation.
Yes.
Your guys'
Depends on the
generation.
genre.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yours had more like meaning and more like.
Well, I don't know how much we want to get into that because lately, like a lot of the music, listen, this is a kind of religion. I believe in God.
Mhm.
That's me. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ and all that stuff.
Mhm.
I don't go to church every Sunday or nothing like that.
Mhm.
It's just, to me, my belief is I pray to God. I believe in God, and that's it.
Right.
And I've been falling down these rabbit holes on TikTok with all this music stuff, like this song "Unholy," and then the whole kind of, you saw the Grammys performance of the song. I think it was the Grammys, right?
Yeah.
And how like it's like most of these songs, like the lyrics in it, sometimes we sing them and don't even like we're singing it because it sounds good and we're not processing the actual like words that we're saying. And then I like that song when it came out, and honestly I never even clicked that it's called "Unholy." It never clicked in my brain until that whole Grammys thing came out and I saw it. I was like, all right, what's going on here? Like,
yeah, because I feel like with your guys' generation, you guys have songs that are, of course, like meaning during those times or different things. I feel like the generation now is just more like talking about this girl, talking about that guy, talking about this, talking about that.
Hold
and
on,
it's just,
I gotta point something out to you.
you know.
I have heard that conversation come up so many times.
about the Unholy thing.
Not only the unholy thing, but like just raunchy music nowadays.
Oh yeah,
Like,
That's
okay,
what I'm saying.
So, but some of the raunchiest songs I've ever heard are from like the 80s. Listen, like, you write a song where she's just like, I just want him to come over and just, get some business. And she's going through the steps. I want him to do this, and this, and this, yeah. And I was like, what? Please.
I know.
Please.
Well, I'm not talking about those songs in the past generation, but you get what I'm saying.
So here's the thing. The problem is in my opinion, there's too much sensitivity nowadays. I mean, comedy is comedy. You're supposed to be able to say things and not offend people, or you're supposed to be able to understand that it's just a joke or a punchline without hurting somebody's feelings. Yeah. Music is the same way. A buddy of mine, it's funny that you mentioned that. A buddy of mine sent me a song that he listens to. He's 52 years old. Mm-hmm. And inside of the song, it's about how black people were forced to move to certain areas in the Bronx because, let them move up there, let them live up there where there's no whites, there's no Jews, and there's no gays. And he was like, the lady is reiterating this in the song, but when she's reiterating it in the song, she's telling you her, like, what happened. Like, we had to move over here because this is where they placed us because these people weren't specifically there. Right. And in today's world, they would see that as, forget her, cancel her, finish her. When she's just telling you her life story in music.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. With stuff like people just bringing stuff from the past and like trying to cancel it now. It's like
17, 20 years ago you said.
Yeah, like they bring it up and then it becomes a big thing and then it takes a toll on people now when they did it way back then. That's just how this generation is, which is really dumb.
It is dumb. It's like the whole this is one thing I've been seeing like consistent in the last 2 months. It's like they're trying to cancel Tropic Thunder.
Oh yeah, of course.
They're bringing up the whole RBJ thing, being playing a black dude in the movie, and it's like
I'm the dude disguised as a dude playing another dude.
Right, but that's the point. Like you don't understand the comedy behind it. He's making fun of actors that are what's the term is white.
Blackface.
Yeah. He's making fun of actors that try to do blackfacing, and that was the purpose of his character in that movie. It's like he's making fun of it. He's not trying to, and that's the joke going around. It's like the new RBJ is coming back as Black Panther in the Marvel, not Iron Man. Like, and they're using his face from Tropic Thunder.
The podcast between him and Joe Rogan on that was absolutely hilarious because I remember his own mother. Robert Downey Jr.'s own mother was like, "You're doing what? Like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, you want to play? You want to play a black act? You want to paint your face black and be a black act?" And thankfully, people got it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
People got it. People understood.
But if that movie came out today, forget it.
Yeah.
It would not be.
But in my opinion, it shouldn't be that way. We said this in the last episode with Joe on there. If I cut Joe's skin, Joe marinara sauce is gonna come out. If I cut your skin, you're gonna get picanha. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. That's just who we are. Like,
but
you know what I'm saying?
Different, especially with people like my age or you could say EJ's age, especially EJ's age. like they just take everything so like serious. Or
It's like people. I've had people come up to me and they be like, "Yo, do Indian people really smell like curry or like you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be?" And I'm like, "I like curry. What's the problem? Like even if they do, so what? Like what's the issue?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that."
Yeah.
Like I call my favorite friend to this day. You know, he's Jewish. What's up, bagels? Like I don't like it's okay.
It's also like the relationship that you have with the person as well. If you're saying it's like someone that you've known for a long time, then obviously they're not gonna take it. But for like just meeting or fresh and new, you can't really like.
So from all this, stop being so damn sensitive, right, Ine? That's what you think?
Yeah, personally. That's what
No, I
I'm
agree. Yeah, people need to stop being sensitive to everything.
saying.
It's ridiculous.
So what kind of feedback did you get from the last episode? People that watched.
Mainly
The
the
casting couch thing.
casting couch.
The
That's
casting couch
basically
thing.
like most of the
I
feedback.
don't know why. I like my casting.
You look lonely.
Well, it's not a fucking casting couch for you, okay? It could be a casting. It could be a fucking casting
Yeah,
couch
no.
for this guy, but it can't
Nobody
be a casting.
say that.
No. It cannot be a casting couch for you, Enasia. There's no chance in hell whatsoever.
Yeah.
But go back to the Black Panther thing. You wanted to start talking about the.
Yes, I actually did one of my English essays on Black Panther, the Black Panther movie.
The new one?
The newest
Okay.
one.
Did you do it or did ChatGPT do it? Because all you fucking people started chat.
No.
All you
Change the
Wait,
topic
no,
before I-
genuinely,
Oh,
was
dude, I
that-
wish I was in college.
Wait, what is that?
It'd be so much
You know what
easier.
ChatGPT
No.
is?
Don't fucking play
I
stupid.
swear.
No way.
I don't know what that is.
Dude, so
It's
I
I
have a chat BT story.
It's AI that you literally can tell it what to do and it will tell it. So for example,
it is
wait,
amazing.
So for example, I'll bring up an example.
Dang, thanks for telling me
The
that
example is
information.
EJ tried to write
Uh-huh.
a French essay using ChatGPT.
Yes.
Mind you, shush.
Wait,
A
you
French
tried?
You tried.
Are
I'm
you-
gonna explain why.
They
What
wrote
happened.
it in
Shut
French
up, shut up.
perfectly, by the way.
ChatGPT, the AI wrote it perfectly.
Okay.
So beautiful.
I had to have an academic integrity Zoom meeting.
Yo, fam, why?
Shut up.
Why?
No,
Why?
EJ's teacher, right?
Are you
So
serious?
EJ's teacher Zooms. We're talking to each other.
Guys,
And while we're talking to each other, the teacher is sitting there saying, "Emilio, this is absolutely immaculate. Immaculate.
Dude.
This is by
You gotta
far
tell it to
amazing,
dumb it
right?
down a little.
Amazing, right?
Hold on, listen,
Dumbass.
listen.
This is absolutely amazing. Can you read this to me, please?" Now, mind you, I give him credit. He read it to her satisfaction because he had to stop a few times. Fluency wasn't all there, whatever, but he got it. And she said, "This is absolutely amazing. If you were French, I would sit there and say that this was perfect. Unfortunately, because you're not French and you're taking French 1, it is impossible for you to say this because we haven't even learned this yet, right?" So mind you, he gets an academic integrity mark, so now he has to do it just for 75% credit. So I talked to a friend of mine who's big in coding and all that type of stuff, who technically is using this AI to do some work, right? He said all EJ had to do was tell ChatGPT to do it as a 7th grader or a 9th grader, and it
Thank
literally
you for telling me.
spit it out.
Thank you
And
for
it
telling
it
me.
will.
Oh.
It will.
Oh my!
So wait,
Give me an
it
essay,
doesn't
Miss
have,
Perez.
like,
Miss Perez, give me an
plagiarism
essay,
or
please.
anything?
No, there's no way to prove that it's plagiarized because it's literally an AI system that's just writing something on its own. You
They
can
won't get it
people
from
can
online.
literally you can write books,
Ine, ask
Write
me for a
books.
chicken recipe.
songs, whatever you want.
What? How long has this been out for?
Like,
It's
I
been
did not know
since
this.
November.
Yeah.
Where the
Last
hell
year?
have you been buried?
Like
No,
October or
I
something
use
like that?
because I don't want to I don't know college.
I
I
need to
just
study
didn't want to
math.
do it. I just use this thing where I type something and I
Oh wait,
rewords
time out.
it.
For
Grammarly?
safekeeping, allegedly ChatGPT does this. Like we're not. You gotta say allegedly for everything because you don't want to get in
Oh,
trouble.
yeah. I don't. I
What
don't
did
think
he
it's
No,
say?
say allegedly. Say
allegedly.
allegedly.
I know. Okay. Yeah.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
No, but I wrote my essay on the new Black Panther, and I got a 96 on it because that's what I
Nice.
wanted to
Good
talk
job.
about. So, I wanted to talk about it on here, what you guys thought about it and stuff like that, and where you think Black Panther is gonna succeed from here on out. Do you think it's gonna go
After
up,
that
down?
film?
Because in the previous Marvel movies, I know personally it hasn't been the greatest. I think. So, what do you think?
What, Black Panther?
Black
Is the
Panther
second one or
Avengers.
the first one?
Second one. I'm just saying.
I like the second one.
Mhm.
We talked very briefly
Yeah.
about it. I forget the actress's name, but his mother
Oh,
in the
Angela Bassett.
film,
Yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
obviously amazing. To me, though, listen, and a lot of people might get upset and not like this. To me, the strongest thing about the movie was Namor. Like, Namor to me held that film the entire time.
I was
like
low-key
he stole the
scared.
scene.
I was like, who is this guy with the wings on his feet? Like, I didn't know who he was at all.
I was shocked that they actually.
If you guys haven't realized, since Endgame, Marvel has been doing character development on villains more than anything else.
Yes.
The heroes,
Yes.
the heroes have been shit. They've been terrible.
Every
been horrible.
villain has been very well developed and more likable than the actual heroes.
You got literally the so far one of the best villains of them all is Namor. Then you got Kang, who's probably second, right behind that. Then you got they changed Wanda and they made her kind of evil or whatever it may be.
Yeah, Wanda was cool already, but when they changed her to a villain, she was way better.
Yeah, it was way better.
Insane.
I mean, and then on top of that, then all of a sudden,
again, the movie Doctor Strange was stronger because of her.
No, of course. It was for me. It was a Wanda movie.
Yeah,
it was a Wanda movie. It wasn't a Doctor Strange movie. Mm-hmm. And then in all actuality, you got the best dancer in Marvel history in Baron Zemo. When Baron Zemo just literally hitting the same dance over and over and over again to the techno music. See, so they're doing character development. They're just doing
that
it.
That guy's an amazing actor, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
He knows
they're just doing it towards the villain.
Yeah.
And not towards the heroes, which is kind of throwing people off. Yeah, because if you really think about it, every comic book, the villain is supposed to lose.
Look at Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher. He was probably the best part of the Thor movie.
Yes.
Thor Love and Thunder.
Terrible movie.
Yes.
It was more of
I can enjoy I enjoy it, but it was a little bit too much of joking around.
For me, I think that what Marvel was doing is called Disneyfication. They're Disneyfying everything to make it acceptable for little kids and to make
like you said that like the characters are like the people that they play like are supposed to be like the strongest people in the world and like they're supposed to be able to do this, and this, and then when you watch the movie you're like, how is that even possible?
Because if you really think about it, Thor is supposed to be so
exactly
strong and he's supposed to be so like into himself.
Yeah.
Well, that's where it becomes a little bit complicated for the same superheroes that have the same movies like Thor, Hulk, like all these superpowered superheroes. Every film you make, every solo film, well, Hulk hasn't had his own because of licensing issues, but like Thor, you basically gonna have to try to depower him for him to face a villain because and then he becomes super strong again. Ragnarok to me was the best Thor film. That's my opinion. Mm-hmm. It's just because it had the comedy, it had its seriousness.
Or was it just because the other two were so bad?
I like the first one.
Maybe.
Because it was they're not the greatest. I like the first one. The second one, not so much. But the third one is just Ragnarok to me is just awesome.
Best Marvel movie of all time is Avengers: Infinity War, and best Marvel scene of all time is obviously when Captain America says Avengers assemble and they all come together.
Oh, dude. I literally will
100%.
go all the way to that scene of the film and just...
See? I'm not the only one that does that crazy shit.
That is literally an hour
Oh my god,
of
he's
film.
watching it again. He's
That's
doing it again.
an hour of that movie.
The build up to that...
It's great.
I still... But going back to why I don't like to spoil anything, because those moments, like when that happened, I was like,
man, listen, fuck that.
Tears.
If you haven't seen Avengers: Infinity War by now, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, I have no idea.
Well, same thing with Infinity War when the dust happens. Like that's a shocking moment. You're like, holy shit! Like,
they're gone.
Spider-Man's gone. Black Panther's gone. You know, they're all like just disappearing. And, like you didn't expect that the first time you watched it.
You have to watch yourself and see.
Yeah, you did.
No, I
didn't.
No, I didn't, dude. I didn't expect it at all.
Well, maybe you guys, but like for instance, like EJ and I, we're looking at the screen like this, and you guys are like, oh, yeah, that's gonna happen.
So here's the thing. My wife sometimes gets upset with me, right? But lately she's been giving me leniency because she knows that I have to watch all of these other guys on YouTube, like Emergency Awesome and New Rock Stars and whatever it may be, to be able to get certain things that I get from these people and then be able to know what's going on in the movie.
And then be
able to explain it to her.
Right. So I try not to, but I like if you go on my YouTube, it's mainly like movie review guys or whatever. But I try to, like when they start saying, "Hey, there's a leak here," I'm like, "Fuck, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it." Like especially with the whole Spider-Man Far From Home. Was it Far From Home?
Oh, with the three Spider-Man.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
forgot. Was it
That
Far
was-
From Home? Yeah.
No Way
right.
Home,
No Way Home.
No
There
Way
you go.
Home.
I don't know why I got that confused. But
yeah.
they had leaks, and then I saw the photo, the one that was.
It got mad at
Andrew
me because
Garfield.
I watched it. Like,
Oh, I know, because I was like, because recently the Marvel movies haven't been like in Endgame, like you're just like, oh my god, that was so good. So like when that came out, I love Tom Holland as an actor, so I was like, oh my god, I want to watch it.
You're a Tom Holland stan. That's
Yeah,
what you are.
I am. And then so knowing
like
that, I was
Tom
like, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to. And then EJ texted me, he's like, he watched the movie, and I was like, what? He was like, last night he watched the movie downstairs. I was like, are you kidding me? So then we literally were going to the movies the next day to watch the movie.
Well, that's the one thing about your dad that I get irritated.
And I was like,
He
what are you doing?
He watches these bootleg versions of the movie instead of watching them in theaters.
I still go support.
No.
I
And the
still
thing is,
go.
Yeah, but you spoiled the whole film.
Mid-movie, we're all eating popcorn. I'm sitting next to my mom, EJ's sitting next to my mom, and we're watching, we're in it, and then he just gets up and goes to the bathroom. And we're like, what? How are you doing that right now?
He did it. He prepared himself so he could
Emotionally.
have a bathroom moment.
Yeah,
It was like, alright,
literally.
what part is the least climactic where I can run to the bathroom and make it seem the least
Oh,
suspicious?
dude, I
Jamil, I'm glad you figured it out. I'm glad you understand. I'm glad you're on my side. But in all seriousness, you have to be able to see whether or not it's worth it or not. For me, I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me.
That
What?
spoils. That
It
That
spoils.
doesn't,
I can't do
that
that.
doesn't make sense to me.
It
Because,
doesn't
like,
bother me.
let's say, like, because
But I don't
live in
want to watch a
Arizona.
movie twice. Why would you watch a movie twice?
No, I'll watch it
Crazy?
twice if it's really good.
No, I
It's
watched.
really
I
good.
watched.
I watched
the new
Spider-Man,
Black
like,
Panther,
3 times.
But if I'm
podcast
going to
already.
bootleg a movie and I watch it
I
at
won't
home
bootleg it. I
on my
refuse.
4K TV, I'm just gonna stay home and watch it again if it's good.
So
That's true.
Let me. I'm misunderstanding this. If I end up watching a really good movie on my fucking couch with whatever's in my fridge and whatever I want to
It's
eat,
not the same.
whatever,
It's
and
not-
Okay,
I'm chilling my
but first
feet
of all,
up,
don't
it's
act like the
enjoyable.
stream isn't like shitty as heck, and it's like in 480, and you're like
You
pausing
can-
it every
it's
5
okay,
seconds.
You can curse. This is a
Like,
safe
what
place.
the heck? Like, that's not
You
even.
can curse. You're not gonna get in trouble.
No,
You
mom's
can-
gonna kill me. So, anyways, I'm saying, like, no, I'd rather sit in the movie, watch it, and then later wait for it to come out.
Yeah,
You
no,
see,
I
this is the
can't.
bullshit I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
though.
I can't.
No, I'm
I
gonna tell you why
can't.
this bullshit I'm talking about. Hold on. She has the biggest, dirtiest mouth in the world.
That's not true! That's not
Because
true!
I do.
That's
Because
not true!
I do.
He does!
And then she gets the opportunity to actually use it and chooses not to. Okay, forget it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Mom was gonna kill me if I said something like that.
But
I cannot do that.
What the hell?
There's
I'm
no
giving you permission. You have green
No
light.
way. No way.
Oh my
She's giving me
God.
side eye. No thanks.
Jesus Christ! She's not even here. She
I know,
still
but
has
she's
pres-
gonna watch it.
She's not even here and she still holds president?
Yeah.
Seriously? That goes to show you who the fuck runs my house. That's what it goes to show you. That goes to show you who runs my home.
Fam, she
Yep.
has internet connection like active. She can shut off your internet to your phone if she wanted to.
Oh yeah, I can do that too.
She only does that to you though.
Only me. I am her. You know, when I'm grounded, oh my god, no internet whatsoever.
It's just to the
That's
PlayStation though.
So
you
I
can't-
gotta worry about EJ because something came to my I ended up finding out about something the other day. So EJ and I went to a soccer game.
worse than the chat.
Yeah, the ChatGPT thing is not bad. He just did it the wrong way. He's an idiot. I would.
So you're not mad that it happened. You're just mad that he did it.
If it's
the way-
available to you as a student, I would have done
Listen,
the same
everybody
shit.
would
That's
do
what I'm
it.
saying. I would have done the same thing. He was just not smart enough to sit there and tell ChatGPT to make it a 9th grader writing French 1.
French 1, yeah, class.
He wrote, write me an essay about this in French, and fucking the professor from the French university in Paris was the one that spit it out. That's basically what happened. Like
I did the same thing for my sister because she was like, "Oh, I need help with an essay." I was like, "Chat GPT," and she's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Just tell me what your question is and what is it in reference to." She gave me the book. I wrote the question. It gave me a freaking 5-page thing, and I was like, "Okay, dumb it down for me." And I was like, "All right." So I submitted to her. She's like, "I'm not using that." I was like, "There's nobody can prove that you got it from here, so just use it." And she's like, "I already did the essay." I was like, "That's bullshit."
That's a crock of shit.
Yeah, what?
But no, anyway, so we were at this game and we're watching a bunch of Enasia and EJ's friends play against each other, Douglas versus Monarch, whatever this, that, that. And EJ skates on me at halftime and says, "Oh, I'm gonna go chill with my friends." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, no problem. Just be here before the game ends."
Ah!
Come to find out, Iggy's over here playing kissy face underneath the bleachers with some girl,
Oh.
right? Which is cool because that's my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Ina, shut
That's
up.
my boy. I'm happy for him. But yo, he doesn't even tell me. He runs and tells his mom, and then his mom tells me, and then I'm like, dickhead, what are you doing? Why are you telling her? She's gonna tell me regardless.
You gotta tell your dad.
No,
Yeah,
here's
I'm
the
kinda
thing.
surprised.
I feel attacked
kinda
because
surprised.
my mom can keep her secret, but my mom can't keep my secret.
No,
for
don't act
nothing.
like mom can't. No, mom.
Even
Mom
every
says.
secret I've told mom, she has told
Mom
me.
has said, "Hey, look, I'm not gonna tell Dad. Like, it's okay." So I tell her. Let me know why. 2 days later, he's like, "Oh, so what? Oh my God, I'm not telling her anything anymore." It's just like
That's the foundation we have developed from the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's it.
I tried.
It's
It's the same thing I do in my house. There's no secrets.
none whatsoever. What did you
Family.
I'm gonna
between
come to you and I'll be like,
friends,
what did you think? Did you think mom wasn't gonna tell me? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
But then when you have a secret that I'm not supposed to tell mom, I can't tell mom.
No, because I don't do that.
Like what?
I don't do that. Are you trying to incriminate me?
That's
Like,
it. That's it. Remember that one? No,
Mom
wait,
is
listen.
watching.
There was one time where there was a chef that was supposed to come to our house and Dad wanted to do it for like mom or whatever, and he told me and he was like, "Don't tell mom." And actually this time I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna tell mom. I was so confident I wasn't gonna tell her whatever. He goes, "She's gonna tell her. She's gonna tell mom." Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he's
She's
the
gonna
one
tell-
that's more this
We
one.
get
I
home,
kept my mouth shut.
30
She
minutes,
kept my mouth
I go
shut.
upstairs. Obviously, I can hear them talking, whatever. And he goes, "You know what? Whatever. There's a chef coming tomorrow. I didn't want Enasia to tell you." And mom goes, "She didn't tell me anything."
you know why it's fake. So you know what happened is she didn't finish the story. You didn't tell the whole story.
What?
My wife took the fucking day off and then booked the fucking doctor's appointment at the same exact time that the fucking chef was coming. So,
So
I had no fucking choice
So I
but
had
to tell her
drop-
the chef was coming so she could hurry back from the fucking doctor's appointment.
Yeah, and I was the one that drove her, so I had to take her to the
You couldn't like wait there. You could have been like, "Hey, mom, we got this other thing to do. Just
No, she
don't
told me
worry
last
about it."
second. She told me last second. She's like, "Can you drive me to the doctor's office?" It was down the street. I was like, "Yeah, sure."
So homie's at the crib, chefing it up for us, right? Oh, by the way, the fucking carrots were amazing, Gavin. Yo, everything was good, but the carrots were phenomenal, by the way. He put some fucking glaze shit on. That shit was dope. Anyway, make a long story short, he's chefing up the whole time, and I want my wife to, see what's going on, whatever. They don't get there until he fucking leaves.
Yeah, he
She didn't
was
see a
pulling.
fucking thing.
He was backing out.
He did a cook and run.
He was backing out, and I was pulling in, and I was like, "Mom, I think that's the chef." She's like, "No, it's not. Come on, let's get
Damn,
inside."
you ruined the whole experience.
And then we go inside, and he's not in there. And I was like, "Oh my God."
That's
Menu, this, that, the whole nine, whatever.
And we didn't see any of it.
See the shit that I fucking go through? You see the shit
You
that
could have said something. You could have been like, "Hey, let's not do that."
I told her, I was like, "Why'd you schedule your docs for me?" She's like, "Oh, I already had it. I can't reschedule." And I was like,
Yeah,
"Okay."
you can.
Like,
You can.
hello?
You can.
She was like, "No, I
I
can't."
do it all the time.
And then she like sneaked her way out of the house, and Dad was like, "Okay, bye."
Hey, you got your little thing. What is it again? Because we got to do shameless plugs again because we're trying to be sponsored. So we got Sensual
Healthy
One here and what's
Kombucha.
Healthy Kombucha. So I learned about this before we went on. So we're going to talk about this now that we're back on. So Healthy Kombucha is basically old people,
It's basically for old people like me.
like guts, like.
So it has living bacteria for your gut,
That's basically what it is.
natural antioxidants, and yeah, that's
What
basically
flavor
what it
is?
is.
What flavor is that?
This is berry lemonade. It's actually one of my favorite ones.
Oh, that
But
sounds
the
pretty
best
good.
one,
That
Doesn't
sounds
taste like berry lemonade. I can tell you that.
well, I'm so used to it that it does.
And that's the story, and he's sticking to it.
But the best one is the one that they sell at Whole. I've only found it at Whole Foods. It's like a tropical punch or something.
Yeah.
You barely taste the kombucha.
So what just happened to fucking good old fashioned like yogurt and shit? Is it this whole new
yogurt.
thing that nobody wants to
Yogurt
do, like
usually
milk
has
and shit?
Yeah,
Oh, that's what it is.
yeah.
So there's no milk in that whatsoever.
No.
None. Oh, okay. Oh,
You know, milk for old people doesn't work out too often either. So
Oh yeah, that's true. So
what happened to good old fashioned just lemon water and shit? Doesn't that shit like detoxify you and help you out and stuff like that? You
oh
always
yeah, there's a
wonder,
lot
too.
of stuff. I found a couple stuff. I actually found out that drinking a glass of water with cayenne pepper is very good for you.
That sounds
Cayenne
nasty.
pepper.
So
It sucks to drink, but it's very good for you. It circulates your blood through your whole body like properly.
It's just like eating spicy food.
It's a lot. Yeah, they say you don't have to. If you don't put cayenne in your food, now I put cayenne on everything. I don't give a fuck. But because it's a good herb to have.
So here's the thing, right? So it's crazy how all the old-fashioned stuff that our parents and our grandparents used to do is the shit we shouldn't have been fucking doing from the first place.
Yes.
My dad literally used to make coffee using a dress sock. He used to literally use the filter of the dress sock and the coffee you see through it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, that's what these motherfuckers nowadays is doing with these expensive ass coffee makers and all this type of shit that fancy.
They just make it fancy and then they charge a shit ton.
And they
for
do the same exact
fucking
shit.
thing. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you see it with everything now. They're trying to do old fashioned stuff but charge you a premium for it.
Yeah. My dad used to take like this dope cheese that they used to make or whatever at the store and like literally take his Swiss Army knife because he was in the service and just cut it and put it on a piece of cracker and this, that, and third and make his coffee out the little sock and then just old fashioned ways, just literally. And nowadays you go to these places and they're doing the same exact shit,
Yeah.
just serving it to you on a fancy cutting board and
That's
it's like
what my dad used to do.
It's
The
a
same.
it's a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
what? How do you say it?
Charcuterie.
I don't know how to say it.
I don't know. Charcuterie board.
Oh, I say charcuterie.
I thought you fucking knew how to say
Or
it.
everybody else says
Charcuterie.
charcuterie board.
Charcuterie.
Yeah, that too.
Just
But it's like just a bunch of like cheeses and meats and like grapes and
Crackers.
fruits.
It's an adult lunchable. It's an adult lunchable.
Yes, that's what it is.
It's an
It is
adult
an adult lunchable.
Without
Really?
the Oreo.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
A fancy version.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fancy adult
They literally
lunchable.
sell like adult Lunchables now
Yeah.
that are the same shit at Publix, and they charge you like fucking $13 for it. It's expensive.
Unfucking believable.
It does a
You
lot.
can fucking get a burrito at Chipotle.
I saw fucking McDonald's does
Much more
adult
filling.
Happy Meals now too.
Yeah,
Wasn't it limited time?
What?
Yeah, I think it was only limited. Yeah.
They were like literally like
Yeah, and then they brought back like the old McDonald's characters as the toys for the adults, but they were fucking creepy looking. They had like 6 eyes or something. It was weird.
Ooh. Oh my god.
I didn't try it, but it's basically I think they just put like a Big Mac in basically a box. Happy
So it was
Meal
just like a
box.
collectible thing. You know,
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Just to hype it up for no reason.
I mean,
Just
no,
the marketing.
It's marketing more than
Yeah.
anything
That's
else.
true.
They're fucking.
But-
Listen, they're genius. I don't care whether you eat McDonald's or you don't eat McDonald's. McDonald's is a marketing genius.
Dude, the way lately everybody's about health, like eating healthy and all this stuff. But go to any McDonald's, you'll still see a line. Like,
Yeah.
there's still a ton of fucking
Yeah,
people
like,
eating McDonald's.
I know. Like,
And it surprises me every time because I don't eat it that often.
The funniest shit is when they found fish inside their chicken nuggets, and people was like, "We don't give a fuck. We don't care. We're still gonna eat the chicken nuggets. They don't care. Who cares? It's not real chicken meat. It's fish meat. Oh, okay, we're fine. So we're ordering
Still
fish
tastes
nuggets
like
instead.
chicken.
That's what we're
still
doing,
tastes
right?
like chicken nuggets.
And then you go to fucking Chick-fil-A, there's always a fucking line. They have 2 lines and
pleasure.
they're still fucking packed.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna be honest, okay? Jamaican restaurants need to develop Chick-fil-A customer service. Jamaican restaurants, their food is slamming. The oxtail's always good. The brown stew chicken, the jerk chicken, all that rice and peas. If you put coconut milk inside of the little rice, that's even better, right?
Mhm.
But their customer service
Listen,
is the worst.
The rule is you go in knowing what you want, and you don't stand there being like,
I like that rule.
It's,
No.
Yo, can I get some curry chicken and some roti, and I'm getting out of here.
No, agreed. But listen,
But they look
you
like
can at
they
least
wanna
be
eat
nice when you're. What you want? I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear.
Awayon is not like a disrespectful phrase. It's just
No.
hey, what you need.
No.
dude.
It's how she says it to me. You know what I'm saying?
You should kiss her teeth then?
Kiss her teeth. She don't even look at me. She roll her eyes. It's not my problem. I'm doing you a favor. I'm coming into your store. Like, be nice. Like, be thankful. Be appreciative. You know? Oh, you want gravy?
I like
And then they put soup. It's not even gravy. I had to spit. I'm sorry. It's soup on it. They put their little and it's all soup on the gravy. That's it.
You ever had the curry gravy on top of your rice? That shit is.
No, of course
fire.
it slaps. I love the food.
That's great.
We make oxtail every Thanksgiving and Christmas. I love the food. But damn, their customer service is terrible, yo.
I have honestly never really eaten
Then they give you
Jamaican.
one little napkin, right? That's wrapped around the fork and the
That's
knife.
supposed to save you
What
from
you,
the whole
you
thing.
supposed to be eating with your hands or something?
One napkin?
You got
For
the-
all that
The
sauce?
roti soaks everything up.
Listen,
you put
listen.
the chicken in there.
You got
your
you got
done.
curry. You got curry chicken, right? They got curry chicken.
You gotta have
steaks.
your hands, dog.
You got
It's a part of
oxtail.
it.
You got gravy. You got all type. The thing is a floating mess, a delicious floating mess, and you give me one napkin. One.
It's your problem.
Yep.
Depends on how you
Grab
eat
some
it.
on the way out.
You can use a fork and eat it like
Chick-fil-A will show up to your house if they gave you one napkin to give you more napkins. That's what they would do.
And leave saying my pleasure.
And saying my pleasure, yes, absolutely.
They've been slacking though lately.
I've actually seen people out in the street that used to work at Chick-fil-A, and I know they work at Chick-fil-A because they work somewhere else because they say my pleasure. I'm like, oh, you fucking worked at Chick-fil-A, didn't you? Oh yeah, I used to be a manager there for 3 years. Yeah, no shit, because I can still hear it in your vernacular. That's why. That's why I can still hear
It's
it.
an instinct. Like when you work
Well, yeah,
there.
they develop it and it becomes an instinct.
It's like a must.
No,
But I agree with what he's saying. Like, you should know what you want. Like, my wife, till this day, will go to Chick-fil-A, and we've gone a million times, and she's like, can I look at the menu? And they don't even have menus anymore.
But the thing is,
You drive through.
My mom's the
It's
same.
one of 5 things you can order.
Right.
Just get it over with.
And then she orders the same shit every single time. So
My
it's
mom's
like,
the same way.
why do you have to look at the menu?
Let me get my 8-piece chicken nuggets and a lemonade. Let me get out.
Yeah.
Same thing, Taco Bell. We've been going to Taco Bell since fucking high school.
You
look
can
at
still
the menu.
eat Taco. No wonder why you fucking
Dude,
need that
I love-
shit. Is
I love
because you
Taco
fucking
Bell.
you gotta eat
I
Taco Bell.
can't eat it as often, obviously. My stomach's not as strong as it used to be. But I love Taco Bell. Taco Bell's good.
I keep
Taco
I
Bell
don't
has like
remember the
1 or
last
2
time I
things
had
on the
Taco
menu that are good.
The one time I had
Yeah,
Taco
no,
Bell,
I get the
that-
same
me
shit
and
all the
that
time.
toilet
Yeah,
were
it's-
twins. Like,
No, I
we were
love,
having
I
the time
love
of
it.
our lives.
So this is a true story. The first date I had with your mother was at Taco Bell, and I'll explain real quick. So I was trying. I was trying to play big baller, you know.
You got everything on the
Big
menu.
baller,
Because it's a
right?
Well, back then you could have ordered everything
no,
and it
but
was
listen,
$10.
So I had $40 to my name. She needed to go to the mall and fix something.
That could
So I
have
was
bought
like,
you a restaurant.
I was like, let's go to the mall. We go fix your thing. I got you. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Trying to stunt, trying to show off. Realized that this shit was $33 to fix. I got $40 to my name. So
I heard the story.
$7 and whatever.
Listen,
So then we're sitting-
$7 back in the day got you a lot of food at
So,
Taco Bell.
We
alright?
go, okay, so let's go get something to eat. I'm like, fuck, where am I gonna go get something to eat for $7? Taco Bell was a saving grace. That shit was $6.91 with a drink. Sold! Give me that! Let's go! I had
my
nothing
God.
left. I had 9 cents. That was it.
Nowadays you can't, but back then, dude, Taco Bell went a long, like $1 at Taco Bell went a long way.
I was over there like sweating balls. I was like, where am I going? Where am I taking this girl for $7? Taco Bell was the
Taco
winner.
Bell.
Taco Bell was a saving grace in all actuality. It really did. It helped out so much. But look, we're going to conclude this end of the show. It's going to end the show. You can pick up all the Respect gear that you see right now. You can pick it all up at EnasiaColon.com. Whatchamacallit will put a little thing right here. Jamil will put something right here that says EnasiaColon.com because he's that good. And we'll definitely check you out next week and appreciate you guys so much. Shout out to everybody. Jamil, EJ, Enasia, Dave,
Thank you.
Joe, even though he couldn't be here, everybody, Toronto, Drip Toronto, all of the people up there, Drip Force, and all the people out there that's helping out. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.